let's talk about self-improvement. I have been going through this process of working on myself for about 5 years now, 5, 6 years, and I spent quite a bit of that time reading self-help books and watching self-help content, and but I would say sometime last year it became clear to me that there was a disconnect of some kind. So that's what that's what I want to talk about today, that disconnect. People, and I see a lot of arguments, people talking about, how stupid self-help is, bashing the self-help industry and talking about the problems that it has. And there are some valid arguments in that. There are also valid arguments as to why people are drawn to self-help, because people want to improve their lives. And that's not necessarily what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the problem that I have with self-help, self-improvement, self-development, personal development, whatever. Why are there so many terms for the same thing? I don't know, but the point I'm trying to make is that personally, the issue that I have with self improvement is that it's basically providing superficial solutions for more fundamental problems. Like I said, there is some argument as to why self-help isn't necessarily a bad thing, and why people do buy into it so much. I just feel like it tends to be a bit deceitful in some regards, because okay, let's say you're struggling with something like self-esteem or anxiety, or you have a mental disorder that you're not you're not even aware that you have right now. And so you just feel like something is wrong with you as a person, and you're trying to find solutions to these issues that you have. So let's say you you do some research, and then you find self-help books, and then you start to read, and then you start seeing things like talking about mindset and how you just need to be positive, and how you just need to say these affirmations, and you do these things, and you feel like this is going to be the thing that changes everything for me. And as I grow older, I tend to get more and more wary of quick fixes. Anything that promises you quick change, or anything that sells you this idea of quick results, I tend to get more and more wary of that, because the older I get, the more I realize that nothing worth having is easy or is quick. And so it tends to kind of put me off personally more and more. And I'm not saying that all self-help is the same and all of it is deceitful or superficial, but the thing is honesty. It's being honest with yourself and the people reading what it is you're writing, or watching whatever it is that you have to say. I don't know, it's just kind of made me take a step back and view my own issues in a different way, because now that, now I know that there are things that I cannot fix with just a change of mindset. We tend to avoid things that make us uncomfortable, and a lot of the problems we deal with are very, very deeply rooted, and having to face those things exactly as they are tend to make us uncomfortable. So whether it's avoidance or ignorance, we tend to just go with the thing that seems the easiest. And I think self-help and self-improvement in general tends to fill that void. But that's just my own issue personally. That's why when I was starting my channel, I had to give it a lot of thought, because there's this disconnect that tends to happen with people and even YouTube channels that focus on self-improvement. That person comes, puts the camera on and sits down and talks about things, how to do this, how to do that, and it can create this illusion that that person has his or her life together. And it's just not what life is. It's just not what life is. And a lot of the things that you're consulting those books or those channels for are very deeply rooted. And look, this isn't like, it's not some kind of takedown, or like, I'm not trying to antagonize anyone. I just want honesty. I just want people to be honest with themselves and to understand that, yes, well, the advice that people are giving you, is helpful. It shouldn't be the how do I put this? It shouldn't be the be all and end all. I don't know what the answers are, because of course I'll say therapy, but therapy is expensive, and I know that's just another discussion entirely, and I might even seem like the worst person to give this advice, because as far as having your life together goes, I am the last person on it. So I just I'm just trying to speak to my own experience, and I'm just trying to be honest with myself, and hopefully to anyone who is watching this and maybe has some doubts of their own. I just feel that to make real change in your life, you need to be honest about the problems you have, and you need to be honest about the way those problems manifest in your life. I like I said, before I started, I gave this a lot of thought, like, what kind of channel do I want to be? I wanted to come at it with a different perspective of what it's been like for me, not necessarily giving advice, just to document and to put something out there that people can relate to. And I'm really trying to find the line, trying to find a balance as to how to do that, and I'm still figuring a lot out, but I'm doing the best I can, just day after day and week after week. So I don't know, if you come across this video and you have an opinion, then just leave a comment and share what you have to say. Just share what you think and what you believe about this whole thing. And I'll see you in the next one.